Every week, they look at the tech and business world and turn let's take this offline into an episode. Updates, reviews, and the occasional interviews. Sounds smart? It's not. We just said it with conviction. A lot of smart people already do this. But these guys have a lot of opinions and barely any filters, which maybe should concern you, or not. They seem nice. Anyway, this series comes from people who probably shouldn't be doing more streams, or at the very least, should have left some of their thoughts in a Slack thread. Unread by everyone. And now, this is Rob and Sajit asking for trouble!
We should update that thumbnail, huh?
Yeah. Just update that video every week with a new thumbnail, huh?
Yes. Hey, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Asking for Trouble. Rob and Saj are asking for trouble. Thank you, Bob. Yeah, that's a couple of hours that we definitely are still very, in love with. I think that I've not gotten bored with that intro.
And folks can't see me dancing every time it plays, so
Yeah, it was nice to see you dancing in person
oh yeah, at team.
while we were there at team. Yeah.
I don't have very good moves, but that song just makes me, do a little.
Yeah, I mean that makes me feel bad because this was first bash ever where there was no proper dance that happened. Like every year, either it was during the community reception or the actual bash where we would force some people to dance. As an Indian, I have to pull people to the dance floor. That's that's a requirement on my visa uh, when I come to the States. And over the year, I've kept that promise. Like over the years, we've had an Indians dancing together on some Bollywood numbers. I
Yeah.
pulled Bob. People like Alex. I've made Alex dance a little on the dance floor, which sounds very uh, unreal, but we made it happen. And a bunch of other people who you would not think were dancing, they were dancing.
I'd love to see that next time, and I'm sorry I missed it.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to highlight this one.
Oh no. Okay.
Which is
So,
dancing, Justin. You might have unearthed some crypto coins from people who are right here.
so Justin R has been stalking my videos for a while. I ran into him at team, which was amazing. Always my favorite part is meeting people. But he went to a couple of my talks, and while we're waiting for them to start, I'm just on stage dancing, and I see him with his phone out, kind of doing like one of these, like uh-oh.
Oh my God, Justin, that's how we repay Rob's kindness for the beer and pizza for the
Yeah.
post-match party that we had. Uh, but yeah, you gotta post it like an unlinked video and give it to us, Justin. We'll probably put a paywall behind it or in front of it, and then
Make it our members only video.
and at the end, maybe we'll just add a coupon code for Hin.Tech. If you watch the video till the end, you get a coupon code for an exam or a class.
If you suffer through me dancing, you get rewarded.
Uh, but last week was fun. It was really awesome to meet so many amazing people, meet so many talented people that we find uh, just lucky to be in the same room with, and just showing off our both of our caps a little bit. That's one unique swag that both Rob and I were able to get. Rob, where did you get it from?
I got this from the speaker's lounge.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
cool.
stole mine.
Oh, you did? Oh, you have a better story then. I just walked in and said I would like my little gift bag, please. And they gave
Oh,
it to me.
nice. No, yeah. Speaker gift bag was a nice thing. We had a cap. Both of us were speakers at Team 25. For the people who are watching us on Shorts and I have no idea who these random Indian and American guy is talking about. We are from the Atlassian community, and we were last week at a tech conference called Team 26 in Anaheim. And both of us were speakers. Lucky that we got this unique cap that both of us have got. There was also a speaker in the speaker gift box, which sounds really funny. A speaker for a speaker.
It took me a while to think through the pun, but a little Bluetooth speaker about that big.
Yeah,
So
there was a Bluetooth speaker, a speaker for a speaker. Yeah, but yeah, I 100% agree with Larry. Still riding high from last week. Um One of the most amazing moments came towards the fag end of it, where Justin, Rob, me, Meghna, Christian, Kaitra, and a very new friend. Some of us know each other for years, but some of us didn't. Like I met Justin for the first time that evening, and we just hung out like we've been knowing each other for years, and like just like Kaitra and like all of us just sat there, uh, guilt tripped Rob into buying us beer and pizza, and we had fun. That was so cool.
I think like that's my new favorite way of ending team. Typically,
Yes.
you end up at this random rooftop bar in a room that's so loud you can't hear. But I really like sitting around with a group of folks I know pretty well and just hanging out.
Yeah, that was super fun. But yeah, until somebody would question us, unless we are breaking any rules, which again I was telling Rob that I would just start speaking Hindi, man. Like I, I don't know what's happening here in Hindi. This guy brought the beer and the pizza, and we are sitting outside and just drinking.
Well, okay, if you start doing that, if you pretend not to speak English, what do I then say? Like this random Indian person who doesn't speak English and I are just hanging out drinking beer and pizza? Like he looks friendly. Like
Yeah, of course. Like, like he was hungry. Oh my god, all the stereotypes are just.
oh no.
Anyways, let's come back to Team, right? So, Team 26, Atlassian's premier event, a lot of announcements. Uh, Let me first ask you, underwhelmed, overwhelmed, or with the hype in terms of the announcement, just the announcements?
It was like I've been talking to folks about this, and I realized normally at the keynotes, the big one on Tuesday or on Wednesday, especially where they announce big products, they didn't really speak about, oh, we're releasing a new shiny thing. They spoke
Yeah.
about more improving existing things. And then I realized I missed all of the product keynotes. So they had separate keynotes for each product. So I need to go back and watch those because I think that's where they buried all of the, oh, we're releasing a new feature for blank.
Yeah.
So I won't say if I'm underwhelmed, but like it was interesting to see because they were talking more about how do we make Rovo, the AI tool that Atlassian has, better. And that to me was important because we have it, and a lot of people say it can't do blank or it's too slow or whatever. So at least Atlassian is saying, look, we're improving the product, and here's what we're adding to it. So it wasn't like the new shiny thing, but it was saying, hey, the existing stuff is going to work better than it has, and that to me was a good thing.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I miss a lot of. I think I went to one, and that's it. But I miss most of those product keynotes as well. I'm gonna watch those on recording. I mean, day one, I wanted to attend quite a few of those, but I remember I was on a post keynote live stream with Trudy and Sven and a bunch of other Atlassians, and she said one thing. I was like, we were just talking, and Trudy was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna catch all those recordings when I head back home. Why would I waste time on it now?" And I was like, "Yes, I'll do that. I'll go home and I'll watch those recordings, and rather than watching them now, because now I can just talk to you guys."
Maybe
That
what
was
we need to do for next week, Sajid, is we pick 3 of them each or 2 of them and actually watch them.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I'm never going to get around to it.
Yes,
I
100%. I agree. We should probably, like, that's how you used to study in college. I would take a chapter and ask my roommate to study the next, and like just give me the gist of it, and I'll tell you what I studied, and like yeah, and somehow we both passed, so that worked for me
Hey.
then.
I just never studied. That was my strategy.
Yeah, but yeah, so we can do that. We can pick up specific topics or specific keynotes, watch them, make our notes, and then present. But then we could make it fun. Like for example, instead of Rovo, you have to put in a Disney character's name and then do the presentation, or instead
Okay.
of
Yep.
or take all your notes, put it in GPT, and make it in Shakespearean English.
A limerick, iambic pentameter. Okay. Yeah. Let's do
Oh,
this.
right? And like my favorite, make it a haiku.
Oh yes.
Robo was there making updates, and that's it.
Not too many. I'll
Not
figure
too
something
many.
out. Also, folks watching, this is our creative process. This is why it was so great to see Sajit every day last week, because we were just bouncing these ideas around. And I think Meghna looked at us and she's like, I'm
Yeah.
talking to two, what did she say? I'm talking to two little boys. Like,
Uh,
um,
that is really funny.
but yeah, I guess folks be on the lookout for updates on the product keynotes next week. Just
Yes,
so we can
we'll
understand what they
definitely
are.
we'll twist them into ways into tricking you into learning, which is not on brand for us, but we'll try to do that. We'll do those take those notes and make them funny, and then Rob and I will both, of course, just like in our usual style, will not prepare and just do it live and see how it goes.
Yeah. Also, we're on YouTube. Hit the like button and subscribe if you have not already.
Yes. See, that's where I fall short. That's why I say I'm not a content creator justified person yet. It's you who's the content creator, and I'm just your funny friend.
I'm getting there. As a professional YouTuber, I got to remember these things,
Ooh, professional YouTuber.
which is
Nice.
terrifying to say.
Uh, see, more people relate to what Meghna was saying.
To the surprise
Thank
of
you,
no one.
Larry and Sarah.
Yeah.
Uh, it's funny. Okay, we do have one thing that we wanted to do today, right? Which is, first of all, shout out to King Bob. King Bob shared a PPT on the community Slack, which had kind of like a highlights of everything that was announced. Both of us have not spent a lot of time on it, but we're definitely going to look through it and see, or at least show some of you guys who were not there what were the main highlights in terms of the feature breakdowns and the product keynotes. As we said, we'll definitely dig more into them next week because we're still again winding down from team. And I'm today I installed Dia browser on my system, so next couple of days are going to be very interesting.
I put it on yesterday and I'm looking at about 12 Chrome tabs. So I have to just shut down Chrome. I've
Yeah.
liked it so far. It plugs into like Slack and everything. And it was like, you need to respond to this email and you have to go do
Yeah.
this and go to this Slack. I'm like, oh, I do.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did spend a good 20-30 minutes at the Dia booth until he asked me to leave, that genuine person, because I just had so many questions. But the problem at being at a conference like that is everybody is thinking like me. And he literally showed me those questions that, buddy, I've written those questions. It's okay. Other people have these questions as
Yeah.
well. I don't have the answer, but I've written them down. So we'll work on these.
I guess,
But
yeah.
yeah.
What were you asking him? Like, what were the questions that everyone had?
Oh, my biggest question was around multiple accounts. So I work on 3 Atlassian accounts, or at least 2 major Atlassian accounts, one of
Mhm.
my community and one for my work. Uh, how does the browser sync with that? It, so short answer right now is it can't. But then there are ways in which those two interact and overlap at places where I need to have those kind of information in a way I can talk to that better. Like if what happens in an org account where I have 2 separate Jira instances with the same email address, or a customer email address, or like I'm a guest in a Slack channel. So these access related questions were the main questions that I had, and how would you know Dia pick those up? How would Dia, like for example, can I have 2 Gmail addresses synced at least
Oh,
before I sync my class?
I've got 4 Gmail in there right now and one Atlassian.
But like, is it looking at all 4? See, that's the like
it?
it does not look at 2 Atlassian. That I'm 100% sure.
It's
I don't
pulling.
know about all 4. So I installed Dia today, and that's going to be my play area for the next 2 days. I think I'm gonna just see what I can throw at Dia and start looking at it.
So I'm looking at this thing. My newsletter is due today. I said Thursday-ish somewhere in Slack. So,
And it's trying to find what Thursday-ish looks like in terms of a time.
I guess like it figured out it was actually Thursday, so that's kind of cool.
That's nice.
Yeah. I guess really that's what I'm looking for. Like I have so many different plates spinning and so many different things just kind of floating around. I really need to have it one thing tell it to me. And
Yeah.
in the first 24 hours, it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. And how awesome would it be if there was a way to sync that? So again, me being like ultra lazy, this is me being that, and I said this to them also, that hey, if there is a way where this could send me a text message that hey, you have to do this,
Oh
that
yeah.
would be so awesome. Because I will only open my laptop when I know I have something. Like I get an alert, like my mom sends me a message, then I remember, oh, I have to call her. Then I will call her. Right? So just become so dependent on notifications. So like, or set a time, send it to my phone at every day 9 a.m. Like, hey, this is, kind of like a Jira dashboard. How you subscribe to a Jira gadget, something like that.
Mhm.
But like whatever is the homepage of Dia for
We've
my
got
day.
some great questions in chat from Barb. Where did it go? Dia is owned by Atlassian. It's made by the browser company of New York, which was
Yes,
acquired by Atlassian. They announced last year at Team, I think.
that's right.
And now we're starting to see it get folded in. It is based on Chromium, which is I don't have the specifics, but it's the underlying architecture of Chrome.
Yeah.
So it's similar to, however, to Barb's point, if you're in a corporate environment, you'd have to go convince InfoSec, IT, whoever. I talked to my CEO and CIO yesterday, and they both approved it. It was great.
Oh, did you take an approval from your intern, by the way? You got it
I got my
done.
intern to download it for me.
Okay, that's great.
And if anyone in chat gets that joke, give us a little like heart or a laughing face or something.
Okay, so yeah, that's where I spent a good amount of time. I'm very excited for it. I think it's very under noticed because it got like last 10 minutes of the product keynote, but really nice. Looking forward to it. I think when Loom was bought, everybody knew what the end goal is going to be. It's going to be integrated seamlessly here and there, but nobody knew what the browser company would be able to achieve with Atlassian ecosystem coming into the forefront like this, right? And we're now seeing bits and pieces of what it might look like. Atlassian have used it for last 6-8 months. I've heard it from a lot of friends how they are using it and how it is helping them. Uh, Nice to see it in GA. So yeah, really excited for that.
I don't know how much we want to spend on Dia, but what was I going to say? Oh, I was talking to Alex Ortiz, and he was like, we were discussing the browser. And when we think of a browser, like, when I was a kid, these things didn't exist. And then there's this interface to the internet. And that was like this magical thing, the browser. And now you don't think anything of it. Like Dia is a little bit more than that. Like it's the next step, it feels like, especially if you're using Atlassian and you can use it at work. Like this will help just tee up what you should be doing. So I'm real curious to see, like for personal use, my joke about my CEO, that's me, I'm self-employed. Approvals are easy. But in corporate environments, I'd be real curious to see how people adopt it and how it works at scale, right? I'd be curious though.
It'll be so fun to get somebody from the DR team to join us on a stream and like do a live demo.
That would be awesome.
I don't think that has been done yet. I remember back in early January or February, one of my good friends got somebody from the browser company, not from browser company, from Atlassian, to talk about Arc. She was like, "Yeah, Arc is nice, but like, I was like, oh, I've heard DI is coming, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm not gonna buy iPhone 15 now when I know the 17 is on the market and 18 is coming." So that made me, just a little bit more anxious. But I'm really looking forward to it. I think we've spent more time on Dia than Atlassian did in their product keynote.
I think we did, and I missed most of the Dia bit in the keynote because I wandered out to go talk to somebody, which is a perennial problem at Team. The day I got there and I'm trying to sit down to eat breakfast, and it was great. Everyone kept coming up. Oh, hi Rob, good to see you. How are you? Finally, I'm like, go away. I need to eat, please.
Celebrity.
Yeah.
Celebrity. This year I took less pictures of Rob, which makes me feel a little nice. Like nice people like Sarah and a bunch of other people also recognized me that I exist in the ecosystem. So they didn't ask me politely to take pictures with Rob. I did take, I think I took one picture of you, right? Like year before, it was a bunch of them.
Yeah, just one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was nice. That's okay.
We have
I can deal with one.
We have our thumbnails from Bash, though. So folks, look at the thumbnail for this video. There's also one, Sajit, you sent me of me posing and you just looking at me like I'm an idiot.
Oh, a lot of those are going to be used. It's okay. People will see those thumbnails.
All right.
Okay. Let's talk some shop. Let's do you want to pull that up? The deck?
Yeah, let me go figure out how to do this the best way. I've got all the chats up too. So I've got Dia, I've got sharing. And again, credit to King Bob, and then also to Margot out of Ukraine, I believe, another champion who's helping out. I'm fighting with my sister.
Actually won one of the awards on team, right? This year?
I don't know if Margot did. Sorry, I'm in Dia. I had to give it permission. Sajit, can you share? I'd have to drop.
Yeah,
that's my fault.
That's okay.
I'll fire my intern.
It's okay. He's a nice kid. Don't fire him. Okay. All right. Let's open a PPT template in Keynote and let's see how massively it fails. Okay. Let me share my screen. Present. Share screen. Yes. I want to share my entire screen.
Also, you've heard us. If you don't know King Bob, we call him King Bob because is he the winningest at Are You Smarter Than a Jira Admin?
No. So the first edition of Trivia Championship, the whole name QuizWiz came from that. So we did a Trivia Championship series in 2021, and that was called QuizWiz. But then it expanded to a bunch of other initiatives as well. But like that was a single person trivia contest where he won, beating 15 other participants. And we literally, the prize was a crown. So when we gave him the crown, he became King Bob. And since then, he has been King Bob.
Did you
and
know,
then we shifted. So we shifted to a team game where there were two people. So the championships came into the picture. And there has never been any other single person trivia contest. So yeah, it's perpetually King Bob.
Kit from Accenture crowned a king of AI. I was in the room when that coronation happened. So
oh, nice.
Yep.
King of AI. Interesting. I wonder if King of AI will get special discounts when robots take over.
Or he'll be the first to go.
Or will be the first to go. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes. I've got Team 26. I was going to say Team 25 because that's a bad habit.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. I'm still calling it Team 25. Anyways, this was one of the key terms, right? Like from AI naive to AI native.
So,
yeah, go ahead.
This one to me is interesting because the term digital native refers to someone who was born after, call it 2002, 2003. Like they just grew up and the internet was always accessible. Like I am not an AI. I'm not a digital native, right? Because I lived through the AI existing. Internet. So for those of you who lived through that, now I feel like 400 years older. So when I saw AI native, my knee-jerk response was no one's an AI native because those humans are like 3 years old. Right? Like the people who will be growing up with AI are barely reading books at this point. Zennials with an X, Justin.
Nice.
Or you got to switch the A and the I just to make it AI. So that term confused me. It was on all the billboards. It was on all the signs everywhere. And I saw that. I was like, that's not a real thing. Even companies are not really AI. Like there's maybe a few that are AI native, but you can't say Anthropic is AI native because they develop the technology.
Yeah.
So we're just starting to see companies that I think what they're getting at is like, it's more AI first, or AI is built into everything, or we consider AI when we do stuff. It's an easy term to fit and talk about, but I just found it a bit interesting to use that to describe what Atlassian seems to be looking for, which is weaving AI into everything.
Yeah, and not just that. Like I'll take it a little step further. everybody has been acting like, they know everything there is to know about it. Like, somebody messaged me on LinkedIn a couple of days back. Typical sales pitch message. I just opened the profile and it said 15 years experience with AI, something something. Like, no, don't lie to me, come on.
Okay, well, that's another interesting point. To me, AI is like integration. When I was in IT project
Yeah,
management, someone would say, "Does it integrate?" And I'm like, "What do you mean by that? Do you mean an API? Do you mean me emailing you a CSV?"
right.
And so I'll accept that AI has existed for longer than 3 years, but
No,
like
no,
in this
not
context,
just 3 years. Yeah. So the term wasn't the term like AI expert, or it had a fancy title
oh
associated with
no.
AI. And that made me like, no, no, buddy, you just Google this in ChatGPT or something and created this, didn't you? But yeah, so coming back, AI native organization from AI naive was everywhere. I think I think teamwork graph over the last 2 years has gotten much deserved love.
Mhm.
I think that has not been the star of the show. It always was either Rovo or it was Atlassian Intelligence before it. But the heart and soul of all of these things have always been the teamwork graph. Teamwork graph is the excuse me, underlying layer, data layer that Atlassian has, which it used to make those decisions or reports or whatever you need, that you see out in real life. So that's something really nice. They added assets to it, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it's
was, yeah.
and this is one of those like big updates that it's I say this is like the plumbing in your house. You don't buy a house because the plumbing works. But if the plumbing doesn't work, it's a problem. So to your point, Sajid, like adding in assets and adding in more stuff
Hmm.
makes this better, more useful. But the big, you're not going to go home and, oh, boss, check this out. It now does this. You're just, hey, it works a little bit better now.
Sure. Okay. Let's look at the next one if I can go there. Where you go? See, that's why. There we go. Okay, teamwork graphs, yes. So teamwork CLI. What do you think about CLI and the MCP server notification?
Do I pronounce it Clee or Cly?
Oh, come on, Mr. J. Quill. See, this is where Rob and I go our separate ways. He has this habit of. Would you call it muck up? No, right? It's MCP. You pronounce the capital words. It's not Kali or muck up. It's CLI and MCP. It's JQL. It's not JQuil.
It's not GIF, it's GIF, right? Okay.
GIF, not GIF, just GIF. You're gonna stop there.
Kaithra's got me.
Anyways,
So the CLI,
yes.
I'm not a developer, and this is where like looking at this stuff, I can see how it's useful. Having and there's another interesting thought here where it's like it's kind of like streaming and television in my mind. We went from having dedicated channels. You want sports, you go here. You want comedy, you go here. To
Yeah.
streaming, where everything is just in Netflix. But now we're going back to channels. It kind of feels like that with AI, where
Mm.
everyone's like, we need AI. So, oh, great, we have Rovo and we have these other things. But talking to people, it's like, oh no, I use Claude for coding, or I use Copilot or something else. And I'll be curious to see how the interaction works with Rovo and other like use specific AI, if that makes sense. But by expanding the teamwork graph and giving an MCP, is that okay?
Yeah.
Server to connect out to Claude and other things, like you're allowing the developer to work in the environment they want to work in,
Mhm.
Claude, and still access data in the teamwork graph. It's like
Right.
that to me, that having like bi-directional, it's turning it just into another API, just another thing that, oh, I work in Claude and I as a dev don't have to think about Jira because I just add in a ticket key or an instruction in here and Rovo knows to pick that up and go take action over there. So practically that seemed interesting. I don't understand enough about
Yeah.
CLIs, dev to truly understand the impact. But that
Yes.
seems like it'll open up a lot of stuff again for folks who live in code. I can look at it and I don't go blind immediately, and that's about it. But kind of tying back to the DIA thing, like as enterprises pull it in, I'll be curious to see how much of an impact it truly has.
I agree. I also feel like this is something which is a black box for me. A
Mhm.
lot of possibilities, but not smart enough to understand it to its full extent right now, which we should change. We should get somebody who could, tell us a little bit more about how Atlassian plans to use this, or at least recommends to use these functionalities outside. I'm interested to know how it will work with the permissions and all of those things. I'm sure they would have figured it out before opening it, but a little more uh, naive, security oriented brain of mine makes me want to think that also.
Mm-hmm.
All
Well,
right. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say the live demo at the founders keynote showed
Yeah.
interacting with code, which is cool, as well as the speed at which it could do it. So
That was nice. Okay, Ro is your new AI teammate. We've been hearing this for the last 3 years, so I don't think it's a new teammate. It's more like a teammate who's been there, who's seen some stuff, and yeah. So I don't know how real that is, but a bunch of those things, the remix with Rovo and a couple of those things that were announced pre-team, uh, behind the hood of remix with Rovo is something you were telling me about. You're pretty familiar with that, right, Rob?
yeah, they had some. It was interesting because there were some what I would think bigger like product announcements. The remix, so going into Confluence, and now you can generate graphics or slides
Yeah.
or other things. I was like, this is within 2 or 3 weeks of team. Why are they dropping this now? But I think that'll be useful for like anyone using Confluence, because right now I have my information in Confluence and then I have to go open PowerPoint or Google Slides or whatever or something else to generate it. It's just in one spot now. It's like it was good to see that from I use Confluence a lot. I don't have to leave it anymore, but only on the Confluence side. So
What about code intelligence?
those are words. Yeah, that's it's like
Intent level. How do you ask intent level questions?
what is my any someone help me out here in the audience. I assume it means you're just able to ask like, what is this? Someone's laughing at me. Thank you. What is this doing? How does this code operate? What is the purpose behind this? As opposed to just finding the code.
Purpose. Oh my God. You said you're typing code and suddenly like, what's the meaning of life?
Yeah. 42. No, that's the answer. Sorry.
Yes. That's where I'm back on the, I like you as a person. I just lost you for last 10 minutes when you said JQuil. And no matter how beautifully Kaitra drew that, it doesn't salvage. But you just said 42, which is yes, Kaitra, don't panic.
I will also
forever.
I will point out I did not say JQuil. You said that word first.
I had to. Like, it's better I say it. Like, it's like shooting your own self. I wouldn't let you shoot me. I would shoot myself. Okay, coming back. Intent level questions. I actually don't know. Does that mean that like we have to be smarter to ask those questions? Because see, one of the tricks that I have learned over my interaction with GPT is I actually tell it what to ask you because this is my expectation of the answer. And I've used that specific question to ask it again and then got the best answer. Is that not going to work with code intelligence?
I assume it would. Like, I just don't know enough, my friend. I assume it will give developers that experience of like, examine this code. I think these are the problems. What else should I be looking into? Or what else do I need to ask you to build this? And I'm saying that because that's how it works everywhere else, right? Like if I type a page, I can say, what am I forgetting in here? If I'm brainstorming with it, I can say, what's a better way to ask this? I could say, how do I prompt you better? And it can help me improve that. I do that right now with Gemini and Gamma. Right. Hey, Gemini, here's what I want to do. How do I prompt Gamma to get that?
Exactly. And I go a step beyond. I ask cross-platform and like verify that as well. So you get the best response or guest prompts. But yeah, okay. Well, again, something that might be, super interesting when it comes out and maybe we get more information around it. Agents are in Jira now. I mean, I feel like, again, they have always been in Jira for the last 2-3 years, but they are given citizenship. That's what they are calling it. We're calling it first class citizens. Green card. Now they have a green card.
A green card. Wow.
I don't know. They won't be asked to go back. I don't know. Like, too political. We shouldn't be political on
We
this,
should
right?
stay away from that one. Yeah, that's a bit of radioactive. Justin's shouting at us in chat here.
Don't forget about context. Yes,
This,
buddy.
I feel like this was every other word in the keynote. And this kind of ties back into my comments earlier, what we've been chatting about, where they're improving how the tool operates, not necessarily making new features.
Yeah.
I've been thinking more about this, and like when we think of this stream, right? There's information around it that isn't just the description in the chat. We kind of know Rob and Sajit are going to go way off the rails. We're gonna know Rob will not be as prepared as maybe Sajit would like. All of these things around it that we just as humans understand that Rovo doesn't understand. And Atlassian's big push was, we have context around work because we have 20, 25 years of data and of your history and of using it. And that makes AI tools better because that gives it more information.
Right.
Now, this concept has been around for a while, apparently. It's the first I've heard. It seems like everyone is now jumping on the context bandwagon. But I heard it a lot at Team, and it's starting to have me rethink like how I prompt. What information do I give any AI to help it get a better output?
And like two parameters on this, right? So first, it makes me a little more open in sharing information with AI, right? Like, because I know if I share this, then let's say 2 days later I have a follow-up question related to this, I don't have to give it that information again. So like, I'll give you an example. I'll ask a question that I don't want it to store in its memory. I would use, let's say, if I'm using GPT or Gemini, I would go into the incognito window and ask that dumb question that even I don't want to see later on, and just move on. But now I would restrict myself to actually ask it in the normal one. Like, it's okay, keep this in your memory. Don't bring it up, but keep this in your memory because I might need something related to this later on. Again, a very rudimentary example of what context could mean for you in your personal conversation with your AI, but definitely something that was very loud this year. I'm terrible at maths, but one thing that was pointed out very clearly in one of the slides that MCV was showing, it said acceleration is equal to context multiplied by intelligence. I was like, that's a really nice t-shirt quote, but it makes sense also, right? Like, if you want to move faster, when every other company is using the same models, your competitive advantage comes from the fact about what you've done using AI before using AI in the past.
Something else you mentioned triggered. There's now, I saw a demo somewhere in Rovo of going in and removing the memories. Like you go through and strip out specific memories, so it doesn't save that if you don't want it to. But yeah, I think that's to your point around what Atlassian has the other models don't. Again, curious to see at the enterprise scale, how does that truly impact? And how will these poor developers at Atlassian handle the really old stuff that maybe you don't want in there?
Yeah. And that's what, like, were you there on the day one keynote where I'm forgetting where that professor was from, a really smart professor who was there with Emma Chang, I believe, and one other from the guy who led the tech teams in Mercedes-Benz, if I'm not wrong.
Yes. Yeah. Head of tech at Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah. So they actually mentioned this while they were saying, like, all the companies are using the same models or whichever is the latest model. There might come a time where everybody is writing the exact same type of code or, kind of work that everybody is doing. Then where is the speciality? Why should you be selected? What? And thank you, Justin. And he mentioned this, that like all of this will come from the work that you had have done before AI even came into existence. Because when you teach that to AI, that is your context for it to take that decisions, for it to make those calls or give you those recommendations, which resonated well with me because I was like, yep, that makes sense. Because it wouldn't be a clean chit just because you bought a new version of Gemini today. It still would need context from your previous era for it to, push you further.
Well, and that also ties into the human focus. Or we saw like human first. We saw even in the opening video, it was more about people than about the technology.
Yeah.
And to that point, I forget the professor of entrepreneurship or business from Wharton, his name. Like, yeah, it's not just the tool. The tool, like a hammer is a hammer. It's what you know about it, how you use it, what you want to build with it that makes it useful and
That's
important.
right. Okay, AI native service management, of course, CSM. There are incident command centers, pro service. This I'm excited about because we finally have both spoken to different CSM PMs and got their information. So you will see some CSM PMs joining us in the future to talk more about CSM and how the service collection, which has been there for a while now, but is planning to make AI native as part of the service management.
It is. I feel like CSM is the first app, at least mostly facing, that is just AI native.
Yeah.
Because its focus is around interacting with agents to answer questions at scale. Whereas every other product, they're like, how do we fit it in? Where's a good place to insert agents in the AI?
It was like, make a box, make some space to put AI in. So say this is AI.
Yep.
AI powered. All right. Yeah, Dia. Yes, of course. We've spent 30 minutes about it already. We don't want to go down that rabbit hole again. So we'll just move on. AI at scale. Yes, of course. This has been a conversation topic for quite some time, specifically now more into forefront because 3 years away from data center end of life or end of support.
Yeah, and I was excited to see. I get a lot of questions around permissions and how do we monitor agents and all that. So it's good to see these things that everyone was hoping and maybe expecting to be around earlier are now starting to get slotted in. Again, I as an individual, none of this really impacts me, but I talk to a lot of admins. I have a lot of friends who are trapped managing Rovo, and it's hard to do that. So again, they're building out the plumbing, right?
Yeah,
to make this easier to scale.
Right. I'm also thinking about like the credit user and track adoption again. As of now, Atlassian is like your first dose is free kind of model, right? Like it's a very Hunger Games outlook towards it, but that's what it is. Like we're all trying to be as heavily dependent on it as much as we will, and there will come a time when the adoption will be tracked, and like the credit usage will define all the parameters. How will we work in a model like that? So this definitely is the road to making those problems less scary.
Well, and a related thought, there is no talk at all around credits, consumption, when will that change? And some people are asking me, Rob, did they announce if they're going to start charging or having caps? Like nothing has changed in terms of Rovo utilization. So
that's right. Okay, moving on. New collection has been announced. Product collection. So GPD now gets collection.
Yep, and there's a new app feedback, which they mentioned. I did not. This might be in the product, like the service collection keynotes, but just a new app is coming out called Feedback inside of this product collection. And even the physical layout of the Atlassian space was around collections.
Yeah.
So I think we'll just stop talking about individual apps and just only start talking about collections.
That's right. All right. Moving on, strategic intelligence, strategy collections again always have been existing, but talent is something that was shown a little bit on the demo as well. So I've not had the chance to use talent. It's now showing up as part of the One Atlassian instance as well.
Yep.
But again, both Rob and I work on giant, massive one-person company instances, so we don't have the requirement for talent right now.
Exceeding the large values of one, yes.
Yes, but I'm excited to see how that works out, because, or at least speaks to other talent-focused products or softwares that exist, like for example, Workforce or Workday. All those companies, how that syncs with that talent and like gives you more data in your teamwork graph, because it's going to connect the dots and pull information.
Yeah, I'm curious that interaction, because that's blurring or blending the line between what I consider an HRIS and a work management system.
Yeah, it 100% is.
And if you're using a Workday for that, why would you also use Talent?
Yeah. Changes in DX, again, this is also something, again, very big blur for me. I don't understand the changes in the DX because I've not played around with DX much. But anything that caught your eye, Rob?
In the DX is just developer experience in this context. Not so much other than what I saw in the keynote. Again, I'm kind of blind to a lot of this, so we got to figure that out. Barb's got a good question. If you already have a few apps, why would you move to a collection? That's a great question, my friend. I noticed a while ago you cannot get Jira Service Management standalone anymore. You have to get the Service Collection. So for new groups, for new groups, you're just stuck with the collection. I don't think there's any plan to force people on to a collection. I haven't heard anything about that, but I don't know how to interact if you want some on Enterprise, some on Premium, etc. Thank you, Sajit. I don't have to break my neck trying to do one of these.
Yeah, right. Larry's also mentioning the same thing. The sales are all collections now. You can no longer buy a single app. Again, the idea is to have a unified talking language between these products, but my worry is the bigger long-term view of how the usage will be tracked and how you will have different licenses, because it does happen in organization, or not just does happen, mostly it happens in organization where you have different licenses, different modes, different payment owners, all of those for multiple apps. But yeah, interesting to see how this turns out.
Mm-hmm. And again, massive shout out to King Bob and Margot for putting those slides together. Check them out online. They're both amazing creators and friends. And
I'm sure Jira Life is going to do a session about this as well. Probably much more prepared than we are. You won't get these many dumb jokes, but if you're just looking for information,
what are you dumb?
Go check out Jira Live stream on this as well. On Team 26 recap. We'll stick to our promise. We'll do Shakespearean English recap of product keynotes. That's a task, Rob. We have to do this.
I'll get that in Dia and make sure it reminds me.
Yes, nice.
I'll do that right now.
Thank you, Larry, so much. See, Larry is a plant for people who don't know.
Yeah. I slipped him $50 at Team.
Yep. We've got plants in our audience who just says nice things about us while we are on stream. But yeah, that's probably the most informative this stream has ever been.
We just gotta go to more conferences.
Getting in the groove, Rob.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Nice.
It only took us 6 weeks.
Yeah, it just took us 6 weeks. It's not just dumb jokes about some stuff, but I'm talking about work also. Wow, I'm proud. I'm happy.
We did it.
Yes. Like, can one of the plants just say some nice thing again?
Yep. And go. That was your cue.
Okay. Anything else? Anything else for people to look out for next week's stream?
I think I've got my hands full with the iambic pentameter, Sajit. So I'll get my people on it.
Nice. Just get your intern. Thank you, guys, for saying some nice thing. Yep. Justin says we never went fully off rails, and that's where our sweet spot is.
Just enough off the rails to be entertaining, but not so much we go off.
Yes, 100%. All right. With that, thank you so much for joining us today, folks. There's a bunch of stuff that we will work on for next week. We'll be more prepared. I think for next 3 more weeks or 2 more weeks at least, the streams might be a little bit more, what's the right word? I don't want to call it lately planned, because there are some schedules that we are working through with. But I think officially starting June, we'll make 1 day, 1 time,
Yes.
and just stick to it. So you'll have much more, update on when Asking for Trouble is streaming.
We are professionals, Sajit, so we'll get there.
Or will be. Thank you, everybody. We'll end this stream on that note. We'll see you all next time. Have a good one.
Systems shouldn't get in our way. They should help us do our job. but learning those tools can feel heavier than it should. Too many topics, too many best practices, especially in the ever-changing Atlassian ecosystem. Not here. You're tuned in to the only frequency that doesn't crash your spirits or your Jira board. Atlassian Learning, simplified.
Welcome to Heen.tech. Heen.tech for your learning needs. Heen.tech. Less noise, more clarity. Heen.tech. Fix the system, fix the flow. Heen.tech. Ready, let's go!